Hey guys, Dave here. So I know there's been a total lack of videos, and again I apologize. Work just has to have priority. I am so swamped, and but I've gotten tons of stuff in. I don't really know where to start, but I definitely have a video in particular that I needed to make, and I've gotten in a couple more knives from Dalibor Bergam, and I just wanted to kind of cover them. First up, I'll cover a really special Regulus. This was one that I had talked to him about for a while when he was first messing around with some different type grinds and stuff regarding the Regulus. And it was, you know, as soon as I saw it, I definitely asked him if he could make me one. It was, you know, I have lots of knives on order from him, and it's just one of those deals where I wanted to get something special, and I do like the Regulus a lot. So this is the Regulus with a compound grind. I've posted pictures on Instagram. He posted pictures as well, and you guys can really see just unbelievable work by the man. His very first, the first one that he sold, you know, for a compound grind. And you know, just really nasty. Have a couple other another Regulus that I can't wait to get, and that one's definitely yeah, that was, we didn't know which one we were gonna do, this one or the other one, and we just decided to go with this one. So I'm trying to get that so where you can really see it, but yeah, just incredible work. 3V steel, went with the satin or hand rubbed finish this time. And I also went with that on the other knife that I got in particular. And his coloring is really changing a lot. It's just incredible coloring now. The other color, you know, the other coloring that he had was definitely a lot more like multicolored and stuff. This is kind of done in a different way to where it actually, I don't know if this was intent, but my other one is actually kind of this way too, but it actually kind of starts out bronze, and then you can kind of see the blues that come in, you know, about halfway through the handle. And just an unbelievable knife. Same exact specs all the way around. .22 on the 3V steel, 187 on both sides of the tie. Just, you know, incredible knives. Everybody knows, you know, I have no problem saying he's definitely my favorite maker. He makes the kind of knives that I definitely want to use. And, you know, just leaner grinds. You know, I've talked about it so many times. And just incredible materials. 3V steel, full titanium. I'm definitely a full tie guy. And just cannot be happier to get this incredible Regulus with the compound grind. His very first, obviously, you know, as it goes along, I have no doubt they'll just get better and better and better. And, you know, maybe on down the line, you know, if I get a chance, I'll, you know, even try another one or something, who knows. But like I said, I have more knives on order from him. It's still pretty oiled up, but just an incredible knife from Dalibor. Could not be happier to get it. And just, I mean, it's just, I don't know what else to say. Every time I get one of his knives, it's just, you know, it really does. I just am so impressed with everything that he does, man. His work is just incredible. So rock solid, just like usual. You know, it's just, it takes a little while to get, as most people that have his knives, takes a little while to break them in, and then once you do, they're just, you know, they're just buttery smooth. They're unbelievable users. And the sculpted, of course, sculpted tie with the flame anodizing. Unbelievable. Could not be happier to get that one. And yeah, you guys see I just got Junior out here today. The other guys are taking a vacation. So I'll just put the Regulus right there so you can see it. But next up is a brand new model. I think there's only one or two of these out there. The prototype was sold on USN in an auction that went for quite a bit of money. But I always, you know, knew that I was going to be getting one, so, you know, I didn't partake in the auction. But his newest model is called Vega. It is his first spear point blade. just I can't tell you how much I love this knife. It has been carried every day I've gotten it, except for 2 days. This knife has been with me, and even on those days, I'm pretty sure I had it with me or nearby. So, but Vega, brand new spear point, also the same satin finish I went with, hand rubbed finish. I really like the contrast between the blade. I know a lot of people like, you know, the acid stonewash for, you know, for wear purposes and everything, and I can understand that, but you know, I really do like the look of a satin blade and the contrast that it gives compared to the darker, and this really, it's much darker than it appears. I have a lot of light in here today, and so it's just I really like the contrast between the two. But I thought I got the tape measure out on the scale. I'm going to weigh both the Regulus and Vega. Somebody asked me on Instagram last night the blade length, so I knew I was going to be making this video today, so I just decided that I would make this video and hopefully answer his questions that way. But just an incredible knife. Absolutely love the feel of all of his knives in the forward, you know, position. This obviously, you know, this Regulus, and you know, with Sirius and some of the other ones, you guys know he has the little dip down here on top, you know, where your thumb would rest right there on top, and it's got its own little groove for it. But Vega doesn't have that. Still a nasty spear point. And I'll get you the specs in just a minute. All of his knives, always the same, .22 of 3V steel, and .187 titanium. So incredible coloring. You can see what I was saying about how it goes bronze to about halfway, and then you can see it's kind of bronze and blue anodized. You know, you never know what you're going to get. And I really like the difference that he did on this pocket clip. It's kind of a I don't even know what kind of style you'd say that, but it's not just straight. He kind of, you know, it kind of gradually goes wider, and then he cut it down at a tip there. You can kind of see that. But I really like the look. As soon as I got it out, I immediately was kicking myself for not getting like 2 or 3, but obviously he's got lots of orders to fill, so I was happy enough just to get this one. I'm always happy just to get any of his work. And even though I've got lots on order, I know he has tons of orders to fill. So whenever it's my turn, it's my turn. So, but Vega, the brand new knife from Dalibor Bergam, just unbelievable. I can't tell you how much I love this knife. I actually am probably going to change one of my knives to exactly this same type of setup on a Draco, which is, you know, that's actually what I hope to get next is another Draco. I have my user Draco, and then I want one like this. It's kind of a, if you did want to call it, you know, I'm not a big dress knife guy, you know, that I know a lot of people like, you know, to have a knife that they take out, but I'm not that, you know, guy, I guess. I'd rather have this knife. I don't care, you know, if it weighs me down or, you know, whatever. I know a lot of people get worried about weight when it comes to the hard users and the beefier steel, beefier titanium, but I don't care. I'd rather have this. And this thing, I just can't tell you, it's so lean and just so sharp. It is very, very sharp. And I can't tell you how happy I am to have this knife. It really... You know, it really has just, you know, found a permanent place in my carry, right, you know, for now, unless something else really comes along that you know, piques my interest. But this knife is just incredible. I really have not carried, I've carried Draco once, I think, and I think I've carried, I don't think I've carried my Sirius at all since I got this. I'm not saying I don't, you know, love the Sirius. I'm just saying that I love this knife. I'm a huge spear point fan, so... just a nasty knife, and I absolutely think it's incredible. But you can see his maker's mark is on there. Can see that right there. Just unbelievable coloring. Yeah, super early lockup, as with most of his knives. They wear nicely. I was very fortunate. I know that Sibo Strip, you know, also has one of these. And I can't remember. The other guy is CJ something. He's the one who bought the prototype, but I can't think of it. It's like CJ something. But he got the prototype, but I don't know how Sebastian's is, but this thing came so smooth right from the beginning. I was very surprised because you know, most of his knives, like I said, they require a little bit of breaking in period. And this one was just buttery smooth. Of all the ones I've gotten, this is the most, you know, the one that was most smooth right out of the get-go. And maybe that's why I'm such a huge fan, but also just because of the blade style and everything else. So Vega by Dalibor Bergam Knives, and the Regulus, this is his first compound grind. And I just can't tell you how impressed I am with how both of them came out. So get the tape measure out. Just do Regulus again really quick. Obviously we've covered, you know, Regulus before, but if you look at that, you got actual sharpened edge is looking at about 3 and maybe 5/8. Maybe 3, yeah, it's right in between 3 and 5/8 and 3 3/4. And then tip to the end of the grip is 4 inches. I think that's how he, I think that's how it's labeled as, his 4-inch blade, but it's actually cutting edge. I always prefer to go by cutting edge. And that is about 3 and 5/8 to 3 3/4, right in between. It's actually closer to 3 and 5/8. And then total length right at 9.5. Right at 9.5, so what's that give the handle? About 5.5, there you go. So tip to the end of the grip for 5.5 inch handle, but actual cutting length is 3 and 5/8. And let's see here. Get the scale out. Put this puppy down here and see what it says. You got it on 0. So Regulus 9.3. 9.3 for Regulus. So let's set that one to the side. And now we'll get Vega out. And Vega is, let's see, sharpened edge is about 3 1/8. Maybe, yeah, about 3 1/8. Almost 3 1/4. Tip to the end of the grip is looking at, what, about 3.5. And total length about 8 1/4. So there you go. Sharpened edge 3 1/8. And to the end of the grip about 3.5. Tip to the end of the grip 3.5, and then 8 1/4 total length. So hopefully you guys can all see that on there. So anyways, and then weight, what do we say, 9.3 on Regulus, and Vega is 8.2. 8.2. So there you go. For anybody that wants to know specs and everything else, you got, you know, I know most people consider that this is the largest, the Regulus is the largest knife that he makes currently, and so this is, you know, if you're talking about total blade length, I know people are always curious to see what the blade lengths are and everything on his knives, but tip to the end of the grip 4 inches, but only actual cutting edge is 3 and 5/8, and then 3 1/8 for Vega. Maybe, you know, I have sold a couple of mine, so, but maybe at some point I'll get the ones out that I do have, Sirius and other, you know, my other Regulus. I sold 2 Sirius, a Pollux, and, or I traded a Pollux, and then what else? I sold my Caster. And they were just, you know, I have a Sirius that I really love, so I decided the other 2 were expendable. And Caster and Pollux just weren't getting carried, you know, you know, the spear points, drop points, and even Namor, you know, they're just harpoon style blade, and Regulus, they're just more user friendly on a daily basis. Whereas Warncliffe's, you know, of course, are more traditionally, you know, defensive. But so that was the main reason. I mean, there was I know a bunch of people asked me why I got rid of Caster, and that was it. It was just not getting carried. Beautiful knife. I sold it to my buddy Derek. You guys know him, Derek Razor Sharp. He's just a really cool guy. And I was happy because I know he's stoked to get it, and so I was, you know, I was glad that one got done. But anyways, those are the 2 new ones. I have just now 6, and then my little the little neck knife, you know, that's the only one he got rid of. So I have just 6 now. 2 Regulus, my Sirius, Draco, Namor, and now Vega. But with more coming, you know, I'll be getting more, of course. So cannot be happier to get them. Dalibor, thank you so much, bud. Just incredible. Regulus with the compound or nightmare grind if you guys prefer, And Vega, just an incredible knife. Easily, right now, my favorite carry. There's just no doubt about it. This is the knife I love to carry more than anything. And so I could not be happier to get both. I am gonna, excuse me, I am gonna be doing a sale vid later on today. I'm gonna upload this video first, and then I'm gonna work on the sale vid. And so yeah, be on the lookout for that. Just selling a couple productions, a few customs here and there, but you know, some fixed, some folders. But just some stuff I've decided that I wanted to check out. I checked it out, and now I'm just going to part with it. So anyways, be on the lookout for that, and hope everybody's enjoying their day. Again, I apologize for a lack of videos, and you know, hopefully I'll get some more up here pretty soon. I have gotten a ton of stuff in. I won an Emerson custom, really excited about that one, and just a bunch of other knives have come in as well. So but yeah, I definitely have lots of gear, so much steel flame stuff I don't even know where to begin, and just gear in general, you know, new packs, tons of stuff. So hopefully I get all that stuff. I have so many patches, man, you guys would not believe. And yeah, so anyways, rambling on. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Be on the lookout for that sale vid later on, and thanks a lot. Vega and Regulus from Dalibor Bergam. Awesome knives, man. Absolutely love them. Thanks a lot.